powers are legendary. Their origins are unknown. Their methods are extreme.
And the game is on.
LXG, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Alright guys, time for the Week 12 preview show. It's going to be a little different this week just because I have a lot of time. So we're just going to cut to the chase and get to what it's all about, which is the playoff primer. So let's take a look here. This is our first little sheet here. It says 6 feet under, 6 feet in the ground. These 5 teams, Yay Boys in Spandex, Hot Maneuver, Exclusive Start Soon, and Chicago Bears, and the Kneecaps are all, as of now, out of the playoffs. I know it may seem like a 4-17 can still make it, but trust me. I took Calculus 3 in college. I know a little something about some math. And if you look at the matchups we have left in the season, there will be at least 4 teams with 8 wins, which means any team with 7 losses, you are now officially out of the playoffs. But don't lose your hope, because you can still get the first pick of the draft if you make the consolation playoffs, which all of you still can do. And you get to do one of the best things in the world in fantasy football. And that is play spoiler. I mean, you get to ruin one of our seasons if you beat us. Kristen, thanks a lot for beating me. And I really am. I mean, I'm not happy I lost, trust me, but I wasn't mad about it. It was fun. And that's the point. Like, if I would have won that game, and then if I won this week, I would have been in. Because 10 wins you're in. That's the magic number right now. So, Kristen, thank you for making no matter what happens this week, the next 2 weeks I'm still going to be sweating. So thank you for keeping it interesting. I appreciate it. And with that in mind, I also want to give a little love out to Mr. Ben. I saw him this week, early in the week, making some pickups, making some switch-ups, which is nice to see. And his team, look at the scoreboard from Thursday, did very well. And he might pull off an upset or two in the last couple weeks as well. And also, you might want to start stashing for next year. Okay? Pull back up your draft board in the league site, see who you drafted, who you dumped. Maybe go back, pick them up. If you think that maybe next year they'll be in a better place, or maybe they got injured, anything that happened. Because remember, this is a keeper league. So if you're out of the playoffs this year, you can always start planning for next year. Alright, our next lovely flashcard is the Living in the Red. These 3 teams, as you can see, Carlos and Joski at 5 and 6, and Chi-Town Beatdown at 5 and 1. If they get one more loss, they will pretty much have 7 losses. I know Josh has a tie, but that is, again, the math is the same. So, one more loss, and all 3 of these guys will be donezo, and they will be joining the rest of them 6 feet in the ground. Now, this week we have a very, very interesting, intense matchup, as Carlos will go head-to-head versus Chi-Town Beatdown. So we will have a quick demise of one of them for sure this week. And Carlos already finds himself in an early hole thanks to Dak Prescott. But Josh hasn't had anyone play yet, so even though Carlos is in a hole, it's not that deep because Josh hasn't thrown any dirt on him yet. But he will have plenty of chances. And the big 2 games to watch for his matchup are going to be the Panthers, as Newton Funchess are going to go versus New York Jets. And, of course, Mark Ingram, who's been just killing it, he's going to be going to the LA Rams. So those 2 are the 2 big matchups to watch out for. And if they both bomb, Carlos might just have a chance to stay alive. For Joski, our other Living in the Red here, he'll be playing Bagadickas, where because of the point total, again, Steven's team, the Bagadickas, is on the next card, but because of his point total in the year, he is practically living in the red as well. So this is another game where again, mathematically speaking, if Steven loses, he's technically still alive, but for all intents and purposes, whoever loses this game is going to be dead. And it's great because it's projected as a tie after Thursday night. Thursday night's football game, so it should be really close. Should be nice and excruciatingly long week for both of them, which is just lovely. For this one, it really may come down to the battle of their tight ends, as Steven has Travis Kelce and Joe has Jimmy Graham. And it might just come down to who has the bigger day, or if one of them doesn't have a big day at all. Alright, the third flashcard. Oh, I love flashcards. I do this all day, man. I'm an English teacher. Yeah. So, our third flashcard is in the passing lane. And this is our 5th and 6th place team at the moment. Adamas, Lamas, and Bagadikas sitting at 7 and 4. Adama with 936 points. And the Bagadikas, as I said earlier, with that very low point total of 857 points, which is making him live very dangerously in the passing lane. In this part, they are actually in the passing lane because as long as they get a win, they will pass someone for sure, as the Nuzzy Futts and the Dre Slovaks are going head-to-head. And whoever loses that game, if either one of those teams win, they will pass them for sure. In the Nuzzy Futts versus Dre Slovaks game, as I said, it's not just about them watching. It's going to have to be Steven and Adama watching too, because they're going to be hoping and praying for someone to have a bad day so they can jump ahead of one of them. And right now, Aaron had himself a great turkey day with 18 points from Kyle Rudolph and 23 from Keenan Allen to give himself a pretty big lead right now in the projections going into Sunday. And Adam's hopes, his dreams of keeping his third seed as it is now lie in 3 games, which I am sure Aaron will be watching intently. It'll be Philly versus Chicago, Pittsburgh versus Green Bay, and New England versus Miami. Those 3 games constitute almost all of Adam's players. I think he has one player that's not involved in some way in those 3 games. So, if any of those games are blowout games, really nice high scores, Adam might have a really good chance to bring that score right back up to where Aaron's is. But we'll have to see and wait. Our 4th and final card is our currently in subject to change teams, as we have the Barbarians in first at 8 and 3 with 927 points. OG Billy Witch Doctor currently in second with an 8 and 3 record in 890 points, which is also highly susceptible point total this late in the season and can make him easy fodder for someone to jump over if he gets a loss here. And the Dirty Slovaks in third at 7-3-1 with 939 points. But that really won't come into hand much because of the tie. He's either going to be in or out straight as it is because of the tie. And then there's Nuzzy Futts in 4th place at 7-4 and with the highest point total league at 996. As we know already, Nuzzy Futts and the Slovaks are playing this week. So one of them will pretty much be locking themselves into the 3 seed for next week, if not the 2 seed, depending on what happens with me and Craig. For the other 2 teams, we are on high alert, high spoiler alert, because that's what time of the year it is. For the Barbarians, he is on alert versus the Kneecaps, who, while the projected score isn't that close at the moment, the actual score is very, very close, because Neil had himself a decent Thanksgiving. Not a great Thanksgiving, but a decent one, while Craig did have a good Thanksgiving day in the football games. But gotten points and projected points are 2 totally different things. So as it stands right now, it's a game. So Craig's going to need Antonio Brown and Alvin Kamara to get him this win. Do something on the field and get the W for him. Well, yours truly, I'm still reeling off of last week's spoiler, so I'm hoping, trying to avoid the back-to-back double burn, flip over that burger and get it nice and toasty, double spoiler alert here. So, I'm also in trouble because I might just be too high to win, as I got 5 J's on my lineup just smoking, with Julio, Jay, JD, Jared in Jacksonville. I might be too high to win, man. So we'll see what happens. But that's our primer. That's what's going to go down this week. Again, guys, 7 losses, you're done. 10 wins, you're in. Let's get them.